Alright guys, so past few weeks I've been noticing a few of you have been either shaving your beards off or being annoyed by their beards or messing up on their beards or whatever. So I thought I'd show you guys what I typically do with my beard. And I've had it for at least 2 years. I shaved it off once and it was a terrible idea. Hated it. After I gained a little bit of weight, it kind of gave me a double chin type thing, and I kind of need this. It's really nice to have. So I'll show you what I typically do with my beard care routine, and it's not super hard, truthfully, but I'll show you some of the things that I typically use. And I forgot my trimmers. They're actually at my hair cutting place at Gray Clips, so I can't use those, so I'll pretend that my clippers are my trimmers. So I'll be using this. Usually it's better to use a lot smaller ones, like the ones I would have had. These are actually just clippers. But if you look at if I go like this, I can see like a straight line across here. And that's what I go for to clean up my neck. And if I let it go too far down, I don't know, it starts looking weird. Unless your hair is like actually long, it starts looking kind of odd. So what I do is, I'll turn this on, I'll make sure that I can see a line. If you don't have a line, then you have to create it. Make sure that you start lower than what you actually want, because you're always going to have to like balance out the sides and keep cutting it shorter. So always start longer. And I usually use 2 hands just for, I guess, more support, so I can like control what I'm doing better. So I'll start in the middle and just kind of get those hairs. And don't talk while you're doing this, because I almost screwed up. And then make sure you get your hair out of the way, because you don't want to cut that. We've all been spending quite a while growing out our hair, so it would suck to cut off your hair. Let's see. Looks like I had taken a little bit more off the side. And then, I'm sure this is a great angle for you guys. It looks super attractive, which is fine. But yeah, looks pretty good. And then after that, I'll just make sure that I clean all the rest of it up. But yeah, and that's a really easy way to like line it up. Like I said, just make sure you're using 2 hands and that you're not cutting off as much as you actually want, so that you give yourself a little leeway if you do accidentally mess up or cut one side shorter than the other. Sorry, my voice is cracking a lot today. Must be going through puberty again, which is just fantastic. So I'll show you the next thing that I do. I usually get a, let's see, I'll use like a number 4 guard, like one of these things. And I'll do it on right here, because I like this area a little bit longer. And I'll just go over that with that, just so I can like trim it, kind of go up it. And you gotta go like every direction to make sure that all the hairs get cut. So like I'll be going back and forth, up and down, to make sure you really go through it. And then if there's any that stick out, you can just like bring your scissors and just like cut those extra long ones. Seems like that happens a bit. And usually use like, I use a 4 here typically, or even a 3.5. And I use like a 1.5 or a 2 on the sides. That way it's nice and tidy. But right now I'm letting my hair kind of grow out on my face. So yeah. So usually, like I said, I leave this longer, and then the sides I will cut a little bit shorter. Just because it looks kind of nappy, because I don't have a super thick beard yet. And the reason why I think you should do this with shaving it consistently, like, I think it's been 6 months since I've had my beard, at least that I've had this part of my beard right here. I don't know if you can even see it, maybe, barely, you can probably barely see that. So like where the thickness is right here, I used to just shave it, so it was like lined up here. This light makes it even worse. I actually do have a little bit of hair here, it just doesn't look like it. But since I've been just like using a guard there and not actually shaving it down the skin, more of the hairs that grow slowly have been eventually making their way out. So I actually have some hair here. That doesn't look terrible anymore. So that's why I think you should just use like a clipper guard. That way you can keep it neat and tidy, and then eventually if you do it for long enough, all of the hairs will actually get to the length. And I mean, over time your hair will eventually get thicker. Just because like as men, the older we get, the thicker our hair will get. So yeah, I'll just do the 2 on the sides. And then, like I said, make sure the hair's out of the way so you don't destroy it. I usually like my sideburns to out here, at least before I start letting it get longer. Typically I trim this just a little bit, but... So you just want to kind of go up, make sure it gets to about halfway or whatever. And you want to pay attention to your hair growth pattern. If you look at my hair, I don't know if you can tell, it grows down here and it kind of grows back this way. So if you want to cut it the best, you have to go the opposite way that it grows. So my hair goes down here, so you go up. My hair goes like diagonally down this way, then I want to go diagonally forward this way. You also want to go at like lots of other angles, that way it'll cut all of the hair. So you really just want to make sure that all gets cut nicely. And do the same thing on the other side. Don't cut your hair. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I'm not gonna cut my mustache, but usually when I do a mustache, I'll go this way and this way, and then I'll go back with the scissors to cut the rest. But I actually am not gonna cut my mustache. I'm trying to grow it out a little bit, and it's almost like 3/4 of an inch long right now, which is definitely the longest I've had it. Like, it's not quite long enough to curl yet, but it's getting there. And then you can actually use conditioner if you don't have shaving cream to like shave here and here. But sometimes I'll just use straight edge razor, which I supposedly is illegal. I don't know, at least here anyways. And I'll just kind of line up the sides right here so I can get a nice line. And I'm not using cream because I'm not actually shaving, but I'm just showing you. But yeah, that's how I kind of get a line. Even though like my hair's so thin, you can barely tell there's a line at all. It makes it just look a little bit better. And let's see, is there anything else that I had for you guys? I'm trying to think. I don't know. I think that's pretty much all that I do for my hair care routine. If you want your beard to be softer and more controllable, you know how people do the oil treatment in their hair? You can do the exact same thing, like having olive oil or all the other oils on your beard, and it'll make it a lot softer. So like, if you have a girlfriend or a wife, they won't hate your beard as much because when they kiss you, it feels horrible. So beard oil is a good thing. It's better for the women. I know because I have a wife and she doesn't like kissing me a lot of the time because of this mustache. So just like growing out your hair is a struggle. Growing out facial hair is a struggle as well. So I don't know if I'm actually going to grow that long. Maybe I'll make it to my next monthly update, but we'll see what happens. So yeah. Pardon my messed up hair, it's not actually done, it's just kind of still drying, but yeah. Hopefully that helps. If you have any questions or whatever, you can ask me. Not necessarily a professional on beards, but I know a few things. So that's what I usually do, and yeah, we'll catch you next time.